I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. What is patriotism? According to the dictionary, patriotism is love for or devotion to one's country. What does that mean? Love for what country exactly? Because if this country keeps going the way it's going, what are we being asked to love? Country that only values a certain class of white people? Country that abandons its sick, its poor, and its elderly? Country that turns its back on the very values that have sustained it for almost 250 years? If that's what our country becomes, then what does patriotism mean? I'll tell you what it means to me. I've always been, and always will be, a patriot to the country that I grew up in. A patriot to the country that I served in the military for. A patriot to the country that every generation of my family since 1776 has served to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. When I look at what's happening now, I gotta ask, what exactly are we being loyal to? Because I never thought I'd see the day when the country I served would start rounding up and detaining its own veterans. Men and women who wore the uniform, who put their lives on the line for this country. They're being picked up by ICE like criminals. Some of them were deported, some held in detention. All of them were betrayed. You know, we've been told over and over to support the troops, to back the brave. You stand for that flag. And when it comes to campaign season, a veteran can't walk within 50 feet of a Republican politician without being grabbed up for a photo op. But once the cameras are gone, where's the support then? I have to wonder, how many times are we going to see this before something breaks? How many more stories of men and women who served being detained and discarded before our tolerance reaches its breaking point? Sooner or later, veterans across this country are going to stand up and declare that we can't stay silent. We cannot stay out of this fight. I think it's going to come from veteran after veteran after veteran being swept up and disappeared by the very government that they swore to serve, by the same power that they swore to keep in check by defending the Constitution. That's when things will change. Because when veterans stand together, they can't be ignored. We've seen it before. The Bonus Army back in 1932. Veterans marched on Washington to demand what they were promised. And the government turned the military on them. One veteran died. The whole country was shaken up. This time, it won't be like 1932. Because now, we have history to guide us. We've seen what happens when we stay quiet for too long. We've seen what happens when we trust the wrong people with too much power. So when that moment comes again and veterans rise up, united and determined, they'll be a far more formidable force than ever before. And it'll happen because we don't leave men on the field. We will show which country we will have love and devotion for. Thanks for listening. Good day.